We'd like to welcome you to Internet Lead Generation Part 2, using social media in your business and on your KW website. So we want to start from the very beginning and discussing what Internet Lead Generation is, or actually defining what Internet Lead Generation is. And it's a purposeful strategy to promote your brand and drive consumers to you online. And of course, to get the lead, right? It's not all about just driving consumers to us, it's about getting the lead. So we know that technology is changing at an increasingly rapid pace. That's why we're starting from the beginning. We can no longer categorize buyers and sellers according to whether or not they use the internet, because the truth and the reality is everyone uses the internet. It's a combination of strategy and your brand that's going to help to bring you lead generation. So when we're going through the Internet Lead Generation webinars, which we will do at least once a month, we're going to talk about your brand and your strategy. So you have a strong focus on step one, your brand. Many of you launch your site and then you'll focus on step two, as many brick and mortar companies do. It's critical to lead generation to transition from a physical to digital success. So we want you to focus on delivering a strong digital brand promise. Now, one way of promoting your brand, promoting your business, promoting who you are, of course, is through social media. So through social media, you'll notice that Facebook, or when it comes to websites, these are the social media sites that are the highest ranked. So Facebook is number 2 largest websites. Of course, number 1 is Google. Number 7 is Twitter. Number 8 is LinkedIn. Number 12 is Pinterest. And number 16 is Instagram. Now, how many of you are currently using any of these current websites? Go ahead and just type that in. Let us know what your social media is of choice is the one that you used. Justin says, I use all of them. I use all of those. A lot of people are using Facebook, of course, and I'm getting some people saying none of them currently. And Gina, I'd love to know why. Just give us a little bit of an idea of why. Maybe that you're new to the business or you don't know how, and maybe that's why you're here. There might be another reason, right? There might be another reason why you're not using social media in your business, so we'd like to hear that as well. So Gina naturally says, I'm new to the business. So, okay, good. So now is a good time to find out, why and how. And I am getting a lot of responses regarding Facebook in particular. So a lot of you are currently using Facebook mostly, which is great. Patrick, as just mentioned, he's also new to the business. Facebook and Pinterest, that's good. Not a lot of you are currently using Instagram. I notice that's probably one of the few ones that I'm seeing being chosen, which is good. Now, Raul, I'd love to know how you're using Instagram, because Raul just came across with that one. So now we think about this. The tools that we're using might change, but who you are and what you do remain the same. Right? I want you all to really think about that, especially those of you that are new or thinking, how am I going to use social media in my business? Well, you just have to remember the tools that we use might change, but who we are and what we do simply doesn't change. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over some social media myths, so that those of you that are not currently using social media and those of you that are currently using social media, we want to be sure that you are not believing, or even worse, spreading any of these myths. All right, number 1, I'm not a techie. Well, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Who on this call typically runs their business from their mobile device, right? You can't be in real estate without mostly running your business from your mobile device. Well, that means that you're all using technology in your personal and your professional lives just about every single day. So you don't have to understand how your phone was built in order to use it, correct? And that is, yes, if you could say yes, I would ask you to say yes because that is the truth. So we do know that your social media success is going to be, it's going to really grow not by your technical skills, but your strategic skills and the systems that you follow. Social media is a big time waster. So it's actually very much a time saver if you're purposeful about it. You can create a schedule if you're intentional about what information you share with your audience. And I love this saying that came directly from Ben Kenny. The question is, and it's directly from the book called Social, and the question is, are you networking or not working? So if you're just scrolling through, trolling, you're not working. If you're going through your social media accounts, promoting, posting, and coming from contribution, then naturally you are networking. Myth 3, I can't be interesting all the time. And just the response to this is very simple. You don't have to be interesting. You just have to be interested. What that means is there is a lot of opportunity out there in social media for us to be interested in what others are doing, plus plugging into what others are doing. People are very often posting what successes that they have in their life, those things that make them happy, those things that make them excited. When we can remember, comment, or provide more information or even assistance on anything that they ask, anything that they have posted, that's when you are really going to be able to bring the real value. Because people, one, love to be remembered. They like it when you remember special things or when you like or comment on their special events or their special posts. You also have a great opportunity to remind them that you are not only not only in business for yourself, but you're also working for one of the greatest real estate organizations in the world. This is a great way to potentially also pick up potential recruits. So we want to be interested in what people are doing, interested in their lifestyle and what they have to offer. I need to be everything to everyone. That's really not true. The question is how do you approach your business in the real world? Well, the answer is you specialize. So those of you that are new to the business, Joan, Kim, I think, let me see who else was on here, Gina, those of you that are on here, what we want to do is start thinking about what is our specialty. So some people focus on first-time home buyers. Some people focus on families, condos, neighborhoods, downsizers, upsizers, all of those. The thing is, you don't have to try to be everything to everyone in the real world. So you won't try to be everything to everyone in the digital world either. So keep with your specialties. All right. So let's talk about Facebook. So those of you that are currently using Facebook, now this is particularly trying to drive traffic to your website. Tell me some of the ways that you all are using Facebook. Now, while you all are telling me some of the ways that you use Facebook in your business, other people are using, Facebook is typically used for keeping up with friends and family, advertising, even event planning and closed groups, plus a bunch of other things. The overall tone of Facebook, though, is community. It's all about building relationships, connecting with people. That's in a personal way. You can reconnect with old friends. In a professional way, you can share information that's valuable, information on a subject that you're an expert in or something that maybe people might want information on. So some of the ways that our associates are using Facebook is they're sharing tips. So Ruslan is coming from contribution when sharing tips, open house invites, promote listings. They separate friends into lists so they can target posts directly to those unique sets. So David's doing this, which is awesome, because David, really what you're doing is you're creating groups, and then you're communicating to those groups. That is true internet lead generation. So Justin is new to the industry, multiple postings about the move to Keller Williams, also tagging business cards, talking about new and exciting things they're experiencing and starting a career. Justin, that is fantastic. So Justin is taking advantage of the fact that he is new to real estate and promoting that information one of the greatest ways that you all can get people to remember that you're in real estate and potentially bring other people into the real estate business is continue to have conversations online and offline about a career worth having, a business worth owning, and a life worth living. That is one of the best ways that you can promote Keller Williams, promote yourself, and promote your business. So David has a business page that he posts articles and reviews as well as area information. So thank you, David. Now, I'd love to know how many of you are currently using a business page. If you're currently using a business page, please raise your hands. If you're currently using a business page, please raise your hands. So Joan asked, hey, do I need 2 accounts, one professional, one for business? You know, Joan, it's entirely up to you. Most real estate agents do have a professional Facebook account and a business Facebook account. It's entirely up to you on how you decide to use those. Some agents use their personal business account as their, use their personal account as their business account. So it all depends on what you post, and a lot of times it's not really important on what you post because, of course, if you are going to be using your personal page as your business, you're going to be cautious about what you post. You have to be careful about what others post, what your friends post, and those that are in your network. So just be aware of that. If that is any concern to you at all, then naturally the business page would be your best bet. And in my own experience as a real estate agent, as a Keller Williams corporate staff member, I have both a personal KW page and a business page, and I post information on both. So it is okay to duplicate those efforts. At any time that you post something that's great on your business page, you may want to share it on your personal page. So here's what David said. If you're not on a friend's wall, much like the first page of Google, you don't exist. That's why the list feature works so well. It allows for a higher level of engagement as more people see your posts. David, that is awesome. So what David is doing is he has broken up his people into groups, and then when he communicates directly to those groups, they get that post as if he was posting directly to them. Good job there, David. And that's why Joan said that's why I have 2 sites as well. And Joan, just explain to me what you mean by that. That's why I have 2. All right, let's look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn has 107 million US-based users. It's one of the most popular social networks, both for professionals and just overall. Now, the tone of LinkedIn is absolutely professional. You want to think of it as your online resume. So let's think about how we look when somebody finds us on LinkedIn. Remember, we are out for hire, just like as if we were looking for an opportunity for employment. We are looking for an opportunity for employment. So we need to make sure our LinkedIn profile looks the best that it can, especially if we are displaying the LinkedIn link or icon on the top of our KW website. All right, Twitter and tweeting. Twitter is a microblog. It's essentially like a short message shared with the world. Now, many people use Twitter as a news source. Many people have discovered interesting events through this. You can use hashtags, and when you use hashtags, it's easy to find events through searches. But it can also be a great marketing tool used to promote products and services. So let me ask those of you that are currently mentioned that you are on Twitter, how are you currently using Twitter to tweet your tweet your messages? What is it you're doing with Twitter? And some of the ideas that we have received from other agents in using Twitter is using some really quick, fun, and interesting facts so that you were able to grab some followers, and then sprinkling in some real estate information in there. The more engaging you are, a lot of times the more entertaining you are, the more followers that you might pick up. I like Steve. Steve says, I just blurt out something that I learned that is cool. That's really great, Steve. What a simple way of gathering followers. One thing that does for me, Steve, is if I saw Steve says, "Hey, here's something that I learned today," and they put a quick tweet about it, and I see that all the time from Steve, it's gonna quickly come to me that Steve is learning based, and I like learning based people. I like working with learning based people. So Len adds home improvement ideas. Now what Len does is he puts a post on Facebook and then he'll put that same post on Twitter. That saves you a little bit of time. Tips, promote listings and community news. I love that. Giving tips on any real estate issues. Following other real estate professionals. Excellent, Salvador. Salvador's new to the business, and he likes to review other people's posts, and then he posts his new involvement into real estate with Keller Williams. Isn't that great? I love that. Now, I would like to know, Salvador, are you ending that with any kind of hashtag? And if you're not, I'm going to recommend that you come up with a hashtag that specifies that you're in real estate, specifies you're new to real estate, specifies that you're new to real estate with Keller Williams, and that way you can continue that trend going. All right, Salvador likes that idea, so that's Salvador's action item right now, is to get himself a nice hashtag. Same with you all. Now, I have update your profile. Don't be an egg. Now, this is what you will see if you are on Twitter. All right, if you're on Twitter and you don't currently have a profile set up, nobody's going to listen to an egg that's tweeting, okay, because you're under the shell, and it's very hard to hear people tweeting inside of the shell. So what we're going to ask is you update your profile. Make sure you have at least some sort of header color, if not a header photo. So just use your logo or your picture so that people recognize you. Now, when I say update your profile, that means that you need to update your profile in every single one of the social media platforms that you decide to be a part of. When we are posting any kind of information on our website and people are drawn to click on it and follow that information, we want to be sure when they get to the content, it's the most correct and the most recent information on you. So update your profile. Good example we have here of Carrie Sylvester, VP of Industry Development here at Keller Williams Corporate. You'll know that she has a really nice, you'll see that she has a nice profile of herself up there with the nice red banner, and it really just pops. It makes it look much better than an egg and a white banner behind it. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. So what we want to show you here really quickly is now how to add social media to your KW website. So we're going to bring that up here right now. All right, now I'm going to share my screen. So we are on the mykw.kw.com. In order to get to our KW websites, you'll hover over the technology link and then drop down to KW websites. Now that we're on the KW websites page, this is where you'll find information on all KW websites, by the way. We're going to simply scroll down and click on Go to My Website. Now that we're on your website, the place that we go to manage our website, to edit it, if you will, is under View Details. Now that we're under View Details, you'll notice we have all kinds of options here. We're going to stay within the Site Settings section, which is right up here, and we're going to scroll down to Site Design and click on Social Networks. The way we are going to add our social networks pages is simply by copying the very end of your Facebook.com site, the very end of your Twitter.com profile, I should say, the very end of your LinkedIn, and so forth. So you will go to those websites. after twitter.com/, and you will grab the end of that so you can paste it in here. It's important to know that LinkedIn actually has you create a online profile. I'm trying to remember what they call it. A custom URL is what they call that. So you have to create a custom public profile URL for LinkedIn in order to fill in that blank. Now, here's something I want to be sure everyone is very clear on. We do not want to fill in every single one of these if we are not a part of those social media channels. The reason we say that is because if we're on here, there we go. If we're in here, and you'll notice that we have, I'll highlight this because it may be difficult to see on the screen. We have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, we have Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. Those are all of the social media channels that are available on this website. What would it make you look like if somebody went into LinkedIn, they clicked on the LinkedIn button, and they came to a LinkedIn page that had very little information on it, was maybe 25 to 30% complete? What if they came to your Twitter page, they clicked on your Twitter link, and they came to, there are no tweets on this page, and it shows a egg and a white screen? Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think that visitor would think when they came to those dead links or links that had little to no content on them? And while you all are answering that, thank you, Indria, for attending our class. Indria is looking for a recording and a PowerPoint where this is all going to be available on the KW Technology Team's YouTube channel. And we have all slides available to KW Associates, and I'll show you where your office's technology staff can find those. So Carmen is saying that it just makes it look like you're not active because they're not active. Len says lack of attention to detail. Colleen says that you're just simply not informative. And if you don't have a full profile for any potential prospects or clients, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So you are exactly right, all of you. Really doesn't make you look good. Our goal is to help people that understand that we use technology in our business, that we understand technology, and we're going to help you. Technology is going to help them to achieve their dream of buying or selling a home. If we have information that's incomplete or technology that's incomplete, it makes it look like we are incomplete. We certainly don't want to do that. Joan says you're just simply not ready to do real estate. That is rough, but gosh, that might be something that people think. All right, so we are just about out of time. What are your questions? Do you have any ahas? I'd like to know, what is the one thing that you can do by doing it? Everything else would be easier or unnecessary when it comes to using social media in your business. All right, Steve said he is going to use hashtags. I like it. Colleen's going to use Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a tool that you can use that will connect all of your social media channels together, and if you just put in one single post, you can share it throughout all social media channels. That's a good aha right there, Colleen. Looks like hashtags are a very popular item. Maria's going to stay on top of her postings every day to seem informed. Carmen's going to start using Twitter more. Ruslan likes the group thing, so thank you very much for that suggestion. That was a great suggestion. I am going to take advantage of that one as well. All right, thank you all very much for your time. Actually, give me a moment and I will show you where you can find today's presentation. All right. So if you simply visit youtube.com, that's youtube.com. I'm sure you all know how to get to YouTube. If not, Google it, and Google will tell you how to get to YouTube. Now, I want you to then type in KW Technology Training Team. You see that? I'm going to click on that, and it will take you to the KW Technology Training Teams channel, which is right here. All right, we click on that, and that'll take you to our channel, and on that channel is all of the KW Technology trainings, and they are going to be in categories. So this one will live under Internet Lead Generation. Thank you, Tia, very much for your comments. Tia said, this was great. I'd love to hear from the rest of you. What did you all think of today's presentation? I do believe a short survey will come up after the presentation, so we'd love to hear from that as well. I appreciate you all and all of your attentiveness and your interaction. That was really great. I really appreciate that. And we want you to be sure to stay on the edge of real estate technology by using KW Technology. Make it a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.